Today we're diving into the current market trends that are shaping the way we buy and sell homes right here in Sarasota and Manatee County. So buckle up, might be a little bumpy. Well, hey everyone, Catherine Newman here, and welcome back to this channel where we like to explore the latest and the greatest, not only in real estate, but also sharing with you information about the lovely areas here near the Gulf Coast of Florida. So if you're one of those people and you'd like to always be in the know about what the real estate markets are like in all of these areas, and I'm specifically in Manatee and Sarasota counties, but of course the surrounding counties, or maybe you just want to be in the know about what it's like to live here, to work here, maybe raise a family here, maybe retire, whatever your situation may be, then please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that you're alerted every week when a new video is available. But like I said, today, let's go ahead and dive into whatever the current market trends are that are happening here and how we buy and sell real estate in these areas.
You ain't from around here, are you?
And first off, I want to talk numbers. Not always my favorite thing, but it is what it is. And we have seen some significant shifts in the market recently. And I want to show you the comparisons from month to month, side by side, of the first 3 months of 2024, all of the data for Sarasota and Manatee counties. And remember, we won't have April's data until the third week of May. So this is just going to show the first 3 months of this year, 2024. So let's look here at three charts. Now these are the charts that we get from our local association for Sarasota and Manatee counties. We're going to look at Sarasota County first. Now again, we're just going to talk about January, February, March of this year, 2024. You see here on the left, that is January, the middle is February, and the right is March. So these are actually telling you year over year. So if you look over here for January in Sarasota County, you'll see that closed sales were up 18.5% to 487 sales. So that is higher than January 2023. The same is true if you go to the middle, which is February. You'll see that we had more closed sales in February of this year, 2024, than we did last year, 2023. But if you look in March, you'll see that closed sales year over year were down 12.5%. So there was a big change from February of this year until March of this year in comparison to 2023. Now we go back to January, going to go to the next line. Now we're going to see median income, the median price, not income, hello, what am I doing, my taxes or something? The median price in January, year over year, was up 16.3% to $535. In February, it was only up 2.5% year over year to $507.5. And then we see it shifting down in Sarasota County in March of this year to $515. Now this was year over year again, so it's down 2.5% from March of last year. And then of course we get into, days on the market, time to go under contract. You can see for June and for January, February, and March. We're close to June, so I'm thinking June. January, February, and March, we're at 40 days, so it's stayed pretty stable, 40 days on the market. And then you can look at year over year how they stack out with months worth of supply. So we're seeing the supply go up exponentially from this time last year in the first 3 months of 2024. And of course, what's interesting is that even though the first 2 months, January and February, show the median price in Sarasota County was higher than it was in 2023, we are seeing it trend down a little bit from 535 then to 507, and then it kind of went up again. Now we're just talking about month to month to month, right? Not year over year, but month to month. then it went up again to about 515. So there is a little bit of a shift in the median price for Sarasota County. So now let's look at Manatee County again, January, February, and March. And you'll see here, these are year over year, that everything is really up the first 2 months as far as closed sales in Manatee County for single family. Closed sales were up in January, year over year. They were up in February, year over year. And then they were down compared to March of 2023. Now, what's really interesting, though, is if you look at all of the median prices for this year, 2024, January, February, March, you'll see an interesting thing happening month over month. Now, year over year, it shows that the prices have increased. So if you were looking at a house in January of 2023 or February or March of 2023, then the prices this year did go up year over year. However, month over month, you'll see that they went down and pretty good amount here, from $525 in January to $499.90 median price in February, and just down about $1,000 from that in March of this year. Now, the days on the market there, or time to contract, that just means when it went under contract, you'll see that that has increased. Now, it's not only increased year over year, but it's also increased month over month, from 35 days to 57 days, and then down to about 51 days. So again, we're seeing a little bit of a shift here. And of course, the month's worth of inventory definitely increased from 2023. However, it is going up. So the more the inventory increases month over month, of course, the more that there's options for buyers, and sometimes the prices moderate down like we're seeing here. So again, if you were here in the first quarter of last year, 2023, and you think, oh, I'm just going to wait for interest rates to go down, well, that didn't happen, did it? And if you were thinking, I'm going to wait for prices to go down, well, they didn't go down from year over year. We are seeing it now a little bit as we're going down, a big change from January to February. Not much change to March. It'll be interesting to see what April's stats show. But I will tell you that because the rates were so much higher, it didn't really matter. Of course, the prices tend to kind of come down a little bit when the rates are higher because there's not as many buyers. Buyers get freaked out, and rightly so. And of course, we can't forget that interest rates have been on the rise, even though we thought they were going to go down. And yes, of course, this is making everyone a bit nervous and jittery, and rightly so.
I'm freaking out, man.
So what are the current predictions for interest rates for the rest of 2024? Here's the predictions for the rest of 2024 for mortgage rates. Of course, you've seen that I've shown you this chart before, and it changes, right? Because they keep changing it, because the interest rates do not seem to be budging a lot right now. But they are still saying that for the second quarter and the third quarter and fourth quarter of 2024, that we are going to see a shift downward. So if you look at what Fannie Mae say, what the Mortgage Bankers of America and what the National Association of Realtors say, they all think the rates are going to be in each quarter. They're all averaging down. And then they're going to show also their predictions for the first two quarters of 2025. Can you believe, people? 2025, it sounds so futuristic, and yet here we are.
What year is it?
So of course they are trending downwards, and that would be a really great thing for buyers. I want you to remember, though, with every challenge, there's always an opportunity in disguise. So higher rates can slow down some buyers, but it also means less competition and more negotiating power for those who are ready to make a move right now. So what do I mean by that? Well, there's going to be some buyers that need to wait it out to see if the rates still come down. And you just saw the predictions for the rest of the year. So far, they're saying they're supposed to come down a little bit from where they are. And we are hoping so. But remember that as those buyers get off the fence, What does that do? Well, it kind of slows things down. It makes the houses that are on the market kind of sit there a little bit longer because there's less buyers in the market, which means a lot of the time the sellers have to adjust their prices downward. So when there's less buyers in the market, of course, prices kind of moderate downward, and there's less competition. So you might have, as a buyer in this market right now, before the rates come down, you might have more buying power, so you might get a better price for a house because there's not as much competition. So it's just something to think about strategy-wise, especially if you really have to or need to move at the moment in the next month or two. Now, for those of you looking to sell, it's going to be really crucial, like it is in pretty much every market, that you set the right price. Because you and I both know the days of really high listing prices, they are gone, they are behind us, they are bye-bye, bye-bye-bye. And the key to success in today's market, and any market, I think, is to be realistic and have a very, very good marketing strategy. So I recommend you work with a real estate professional who understands the pulse of your local market, wherever that is, your local market. They're going to help you price your home competitively so that they are ensuring it's going to attract the right buyers as quickly as your market or my market will bear. So yes, we have seen days on the market increase. So if you have your home on the market right now and you've noticed, unless you just have a real prize house and you got it priced so great that it went quickly, it still happens. But for the most part, people are sitting a little longer. It's a longer market. It's taking a little bit longer for the right buyer to come along. The other thing I'm seeing is there's still those buyers in the market right now that even if your home is competitively priced, it is priced at market value, they're still coming in expecting to get $35,000, $40,000 off the price. And really, it's just, that's not necessary. It's not the market to do that. Now, if your house is worth less than you have it listed for, then obviously there needs to be a little come to Jesus meeting there. But if you are having buyers, and I know I've witnessed this too, not just me, but other agents, where people are coming in and offering really, really low, even though we have comps to prove that the price where it is competitive, that it is market value and fair market value. Buyers are still thinking they're coming in to get a deal and maybe catch a seller that is just ready to, throw up their hands and give it to them. So if that's you, don't expect that. I'm not saying it doesn't ever happen, but don't expect it. Because the prices here are kind of holding steady. Even though we saw they are coming down a little bit, they're not coming down drastically. And for our buyers out there, this market is about being prepared and being educated about whatever local market you're thinking about buying in. Again, you need to work with a local real estate professional that's going to take the time to research the market numbers. They're going to do that research for the communities and see what kind of communities are out there that fit your criteria. You want someone that's going to answer the questions you have about the process, lenders, amenities, schools, any insurance issues like we have here in Florida, any flood hazard areas, and just whatever it is that's necessary for you to know in that local area that you're checking out. And why is that? Well, because the more you know, the better informed decision that you can make in your buying purchase. So nothing is worse than embarking on one of the biggest purchases in your life and feeling like you're kind of all alone and you don't want to feel like you're in the dark.
Hello? Is anyone here?
So make sure you're working with someone that is answering your questions, is giving you the information you need. With the right strategy, you will be able to find a home that meets your needs at a fair market price. Also, you need to make sure that you are pre-approved for a mortgage. And of course, if you want to know what's involved in that pre-approval process, of course, these days it's different. you want to know what hoops you gotta jump through.
Looking good. Keep that rhythm going. Dude, come on.
What's he doing?
Him? Oh, he's just trying to buy a house.
And make sure, please, reach out to me. I'd be so happy to chat with you about that process. You know, how many vials of blood you have to give, if you're going to have to give half of your kidney away, if they're going to pull any teeth. And of course, if you're thinking about any of the areas here in Manatee or Sarasota counties, I'd be so honored and happy to help you reach out to some of the best local lenders that we have. And of course, I'd want you to reach out to a few so that you can compare who's going to have the best loan product for your buying situation. So it's all about being ready to act fast when you find the right property. You know, like having all of your ducks in a row so that when that right opportunity is knocking, honey, you are ready to answer that door. And of course, you just want to have what? Peace of mind. Knowing that you have people that are working beside you that want you to really have a great buying experience. There you have it. Those are the numbers coming out of my local counties. And I really encourage you to look at both new construction homes and resale homes because there are some good opportunities in both. And of course, you and I can talk about the pros and the cons of each new construction and resale when you give me a call and share with me your plans, what your journey is, why you might need to buy or sell right now in today's market. If you're a buyer, I can set you up on our local MLS so that you're getting the most current, accurate, available homes for sale that is going to meet your criteria. So of course, when you share that criteria with me, I'm going to put it in the MLS. Then you're going to get daily emails showing you what's there. And if you're thinking of selling and you want to know what the market value is for your home, I'm sure honored to research that for you as well. And the reason we want to research the value for your home if you're trying to sell or thinking of selling is that you can know, is right now the right time in your situation? Is it the right time to sell? Or should you sit tight and wait a bit? So whether you're buying, selling, or maybe you just love keeping up with real estate and staying informed and proactive, make sure you subscribe for more insights. Hit that like button. And if you found this video helpful, I'd sure appreciate it if you would share it with friends who might benefit from the information that we discussed today. I'm Catherine Newman. I can't wait to check back with you next week, so make sure you're here. See you then.